Marvel Comics is imploding. They've axed 3 more books, including 2 X-Men titles. And what's the big rebound planned? More Captain America variants, Hulk yelling smash, and hold your beer here, Doc. We're getting a floppy called Meals to Astonish. The so-called House of Ideas is basically playing Mad Libs with superheroes. How the hell did we even get here?
You got there by letting a bunch of wine aunts run the fucking company. This is what happens when you let people that don't like comics be in charge of running comics. The people that want to use comics as a stepping stone for whatever culture war shit that they want, or just because they need credits so that they can get themselves into Hollywood.
2 more female-led X-Men solos are being cut short. Psylocke stopped at issue number 10, and Phoenix will only make it to number 15. We said from day one, these books weren't built to last, and Marvel just proved us right again. Add Red Hulk ending at number 10, and you see the pattern. Nothing has legs anymore. Readers don't even try supporting these books because Marvel cancels everything so fast it feels completely pointless. Now it's a self-licking ice cream cone. Marvel keeps throwing product at the wall, and readers aren't even bothering to see if they're interested in the books.
There is never any FOMO. You don't create that need to be there, that appointment reading that Marvel, grew its brand on, that you needed to be there month in, month out. Now you just wait a couple of months and everything's going to get rebooted.
And how many times are we just going to give Alyssa Wong and Stephanie Phillips like another ongoing series? Every single time they get a book, it basically dies on release, yet they get opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. And my favorite part about this was Stephanie Phillips claiming, I got such a big break that I'm going to step away from the Phoenix book. It has nothing to do with the fact that the sales are so low, they couldn't possibly keep the book going.
They make every excuse under the sun to avoid accepting failure.
Well, and then you have Red Hulk sitting out there, and Ben Percy's doing the book, and he's hit or miss, but Red Hulk's kind of fun, but they tied it into One World Under Doom, which isn't supposed to last forever, and nobody believed it would be an ongoing, so nobody went out there and read it, even though it's a decent book, but people aren't even trying the stuff to see if it's good.
They did 2 things simultaneously with Red Hulk that were just nonsensical. They tied it to an event and kept all that trade dress, as you said. But then they also timed it to release almost immediately after the Captain America Brave New World movie came out. That was a massive flop. I'll be perfectly honest. The Red Hulk hasn't had any hype to him as a character since Jeff Loeb and Ed McGuinness introduced the character in the Adjectiveless Hulk book almost 20 years ago.
Now they're going to have to fill this stuff with some new books. And Marvel's big swing, recycling ideas they've already beaten into dust, a Captain America Corps with new captains from the UK, France, Russia, and China, because apparently Captain Britain and Red Guardian never existed in Marvel. More Cap variants aren't going to fix anything. And if that isn't lazy enough, they've got Ryan North on Hulk Smash Everything. Hulk smashing, revolutionary concept there. After North's disasters with One World Under Doom and Fantastic Four, I'm not convinced that even Hulk can smash his reputation back into shape, but we're just getting recycled ideas.
You put Ryan North on anything, it's probably going to be bad. You give him a book that is, I guess, in the exact same thing as Punisher kills the Marvel Universe, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, but with Hulk. It's a book that nobody wants, in a style that everybody's a little bit played out on.
We've got Godzilla and Predator killing the Marvel Universe right now.
Yes, exactly. The last thing we need is something else doing it too. And as for all the Captain's Planet, I guess, we already saw this. Go read Ultimates 2. It's going to be done by a better writer with better art because you get Brian Hitch art. This recycling ideas from 20 years ago, calling them fresh and original. They just saw that it failed whenever they just made Captain America of the Railroad, Captain Native America. It failed there, so now you're going to what? Just do the exact same thing again, but this time by stealing Mark Millar's plot from the Ultimates? Not really terribly interested, especially considering it's, again, being done by a fucking Canadian.
There's no reason to read Marvel Comics sometimes. It's better just go back in the dollar bins because you're going to see the exact same story, but it's going to be much cheaper and 100 times better.
because none of these books matter beyond the pages from whatever pseudo ongoing that's actually just a limited series in disguise story this is, because it gets forgotten by the end of page 110 after their 5-issue limited series is over. You don't even hear people complaining that, oh man, I really like this idea that you introduced in your ongoing series that retroactively got turned into a miniseries because nobody else bought it. Why did you forget about it for the first issue of the new ongoing series that will turn into a miniseries that everyone will forget about? That's because nobody read it in the fucking first place, and none of the ideas are new or original.
The good thing is at least Captain America and Hulk still have some type of cultural cachet at Marvel Comics with their fans, because those are easily the best ideas that they're having to replace some of these canceled books. Marvel's other ideas are so bad it feels like they're actively trolling us at this point. Meals to Astonish, a comic cooking book. Because nothing screams superhero excitement like recipes. Then we've got the first ever Wiccan solo series, because everyone has been begging for a Wiccan series after Agatha Harkness. And to top it all off, they're rolling out a solo Echo comic right after the live action show embarrassed the entire MCU. Marvel's latest output reads like pure desperation. They have no idea what their fans actually want from their comic books anymore.
We used to joke about the fact that Marvel uses its YouTube channel for fucking cooking shows, and now they're going to publish that fucking unlimited comic that was just a cooking show. So if this book sells more than about, I don't know, gets about more than 100 orders, I would be shocked. That is probably the least egregious, because it's a book that nobody even expects for it to sell. Now, Wiccan, on the other hand, I guarantee they're probably convincing themselves that it is designed to sell. The overwhelmingly positive response to Agatha all along and his appearance there, motherfucker, wasn't that a year ago? Way to strike while the iron is lukewarm. You had some Tumblrina in the office that really, really wants to do a fanfic Wiccan book and edit it. That's the justification you're going to use. Now, I don't even, you just said all three of these, like, what, 3 minutes ago? I've already forgotten the third.
It's an Echo Marvel Voices exclusive.
Yeah,
dude.
Exactly.
They've been in a creative malaise for 2 or 3 years now. And instead of fighting their way out of it, Doc, it feels like they're digging themselves further into it.
Because any change in direction would be an admission that we were all right about the direction they were traveling in the first place. Pride cometh before the fall, and Marvel has been extremely fucking prideful. It doesn't matter how obvious it is to every single person on the planet. If the wrong people tell them they're going the wrong direction, they will literally turn on autopilot, jump out of the car, and watch the car continue going in that wrong direction.
So you think their publishing strategy is spite?
I am 100% certain at this point. You have the spiteful people that are in a lot of mediocre positions, and you have incompetence at the top. They're not good enough to get work anywhere else, but god damn it, they really, really hate the fact that they've been wrong forever and we've been right forever, and they will not accept it. So they just keep telling their bosses, oh, no, this is absolutely the right track. This is what people want. They just didn't like the way that we did it the last time. You know, it wasn't real cultural Marxism in our comics this time. It's not that we had a bad idea. It's that we weren't allowed to do enough of it yet.
Marvel Comics have a plan, and it's to change nothing, to recycle ideas, and do a bunch of stuff that nobody really even wants to read anymore, despite everything being canceled early. If you like the full conversation, it is part of the Doc Unfiltered podcast, live right now on Think Critical Patreon, as well as channel memberships. There's a link in the video description. Hope to see you there very, very soon.